Now at 6:30, Queen Creek Police confirming that they have submitted charges against two homeowners who hosted the Halloween party that Preston Lord and his alleged attackers attended before he was killed. I-Team reporter Bianca Bono talked to the police chief about that update and much more during a special one-on-one interview this afternoon. She's live with us in studio tonight. Bianca?
Mark Rebe, this is the first time we're hearing from the chief since last week's release of their 1,200-page report going into detail about their investigation, which launched from the minute they found Preston that night on October 28th. We discussed the involvement of each of the 7 suspects, if more charges are coming, and the toll this case has taken on his department.
We did submit charges on the homeowners.
Queen Creek Police Chief Randy Bryce confirming his department has submitted charges against the owners of the home where an October Halloween party was held. The party 16-year-old Preston Lord and his alleged killers attended shortly before the attack.
Can you tell us what charges you submitted?
No, we're not going to disclose that until they're done with their review.
It's the first time we're hearing from the chief since the release of his department's 1,200-page police report, detailing their investigation into Lord's death. Tips revealed in the report alleging one of the 7 suspects, Talon Renner, was pulled out of school the day after Lord died from his injuries and taken out of the valley by his parents so his hands could heal.
Is that hindering your investigation, and is that against the law?
You have to remember, we have to look at, was there some criminal aspect to it? So we're investigating. If we find something that's criminal, we will send that information to the county attorney for charges.
The chief not commenting on the role each of the 7 suspects allegedly played in the group-style assault, but noting the case continued to develop after they recommended charges to the county attorney's office back in December. The report showing police initially considered second-degree murder charges for some of the suspects and aggravated assault for others. But by the time charges were formally announced, they had been upgraded to first-degree murder for all 7 suspects.
As we refined the case and the details kept on coming in, we worked with the county attorney to refine what we would actually be charging. That's part of the review process. And I think we've come up, and they've come up with the best case scenario for what should be charged in this.
I just wanted to ask how your department is doing mentally after living this for the past several months.
I appreciate that. I think one of the things that are lost, especially when we had that frenzy of why isn't this done and all the criticism that came along with that, is not only the officers and the support staff and all the people that are in conjunction with this. You'd be surprised how much this has touched the entire department. It was overwhelming just for that. Then on top of that, all the other, scrutiny because of, the different feelings that were out there about how we were conducting business. So it's been tough. I will not sugarcoat it.
It seemed like it was all consuming from the moment that you guys arrived on scene that night.
It was, and this is where I've said it, and I want to say it again, is that I am so proud of my staff. I get a little choked up when I think about the time and energy that they sacrifice to get this job done. And they are great human beings that just want to make a difference. And so I want people to know that and understand how much these people care about what's happening. In all of that, we still had a regular police department to run.
And the chief noted they have a robust mental health and support system for his officers. But guys, it's just hard to imagine how taxing this has been on investigators who are members of the East Valley community and are parents themselves too.
Yeah.
Look, Bianca, someone out there, maybe they're watching right now, obtained and then leaked this police report on social media. And they didn't know the rules of the road, which is you don't name names.
Right.
Especially of minors.
Yeah, I talked to the chief about this today because, yes, the police report was posted on social media. And it's so often that we as journalists obtain these reports, and we're trained in journalism school on the fact that we're going to get sensitive information, and not all of it can be released publicly. So, yeah, this report had long lists of witnesses, the names of people who cooperated with police in this investigation. And now all of those names are out there to the public. Yeah. So some of those people have even come forward to police and said, hey, I'm concerned for my own safety here.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would feel the same way. So, the chief said, look, everybody has a right to request public records, but there is a responsibility when you request and get that information. And he's asking that folks be responsible with that information moving forward.
And we're not even talking about the fact that it could have been done maliciously just so you could get that out there and possibly hurt the case.
You never know. And moving forward, there's been some talks when I've talked to legal experts about, potentially asking for a change of venue, just about, considering how much public attention this case has gotten. I have to imagine the release of this report plays into that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Bianca, thank you.